Okay, just checking those online that you can.
Yeah, you're good.
We can.
Thank you. I will call this to order at 2:05 p.m. Thanks everyone for meeting on short notice. Should be pretty quick today. Okay. We respectfully acknowledge that the SFSS is located on the traditional unceded territories of the Coast Salish peoples, including the Musqueam, Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, Coquitlam, and Katzie nations. Unceded means these territories have never been handed over, sold, or given up by these nations, and we're currently situated on occupied territories. Quick roll call attendance, VP Internal.
Here.
VP Finance.
Yeah, here.
VP External. Thank you. VP Equity.
Here.
Events.
Citron, she, him, access needs are met.
University.
Hi, Rishu, driving to school, all access needs are met.
Thank you. OM.
Sindhu, she, her pronouns, access needs are met.
Thank you. Admin Assistant. Thank you. Myself, Emmanuel, is access needs are met. Moving on to consent agenda, be resolved to adopt the consent agenda by unanimous consent. I believe they're just the two last execs one. Anyone has any changes to those? Okay, seeing none, I'm gonna seek unanimous consent. If we wish to abstain or dissent, please signify. Seeing none, that's carried unanimously. Moving on to the adoption of the agenda, be resolved to adopt the agenda as presented. I move. I second it.
Internal.
Okay, floor is open for lists and amendments. I have a list. I'll be amending on an in-camera titled removal of club execs.
I think it's already on the agenda.
I don't see it. Maybe I'm looking at the old one.
I'm gonna let the ESSS guy in.
For what?
He's doing the presentation,
I don't think we. I mean,
I don't
because
think we
we
need it.
sat in on the. I mean, sure, it could be here
I
in
think
case
we- I think we
you
should,
wanted to give
because
context.
you can give additional context because he came yesterday as well.
Yeah, I don't think he needs to present, but he could speak to the motion while we're talking about it. But yes, you could let him in.
They had an emergency meeting and everything yesterday to go over their things and make sure it's the most accurate.
We didn't plan it way in advance. It's an emergency.
I don't see an in camera, unless I'm looking at the wrong
I
agenda.
think there was another agenda sent. That one was for your approval, but there was one sent to execs after.
But you probably can't stay too long, but I can come after if that's necessary.
Is there an in-camera?
There is one? Okay, never mind. I
Just
will.
had a chance to check my email.
I sorry, just for a brief little shot.
That's I know.
I will just run with mine if that's the only difference. Any other list amendments?
Yes.
Sure, go ahead.
I have an amendment for a motion to fund like the snacks for council.
I put one on the pending exec stock.
Okay.
Oh.
Also should be
What is this
Yeah.
one?
It's the motion is
Like, what is it about?
be resolved to approve up to $600 for exec for food for council.
Is it urgent?
For
Okay.
context, we only did it by the semester, like for the summer semester last time. So now we're doing it again for the fall semester. Last time we
Right.
didn't do it for a year.
Right, is it urgent?
No,
Or
we
could it
can put
wait
on
till
next
next
one,
week?
and we have some of the pending funds from last time. so-
I will
Okay.
postpone that.
Sounds good.
Go ahead. Do you have the thing ready?
I have my amendment in the chat.
Do you have the guidelines ready or no?
I sent her a draft. We can.
I think we should do it next time.
I think. Yeah, probably best.
Sure.
I can't find it. It's on the last exec.
I will do issues while I wait for you.
Can we put the guidelines on as a discussion item?
For today?
No,
I don't think we have
nothing today.
time. I
Nothing
need to
today.
head out into it.
No time.
All right.
Yep.
Sure. Risha wants to amend on a motion for AVP appointment, I believe. I guess you move, I second, anyone opposed? Okay, seeking unanimous consent,
I have a motion for the
seeing no dissent, that's carried. What's your list?
list amendment, communications media kit. I'm gonna send it to you
Mhm.
for chat.
So why don't you go with that?
Sent.
Guessing you move,
Yes.
anyone opposed to the amendment? Okay, seeing none, I'm seeking unanimous consent to amend this on. Seeing no dissent, that's carried unanimously. Any other list or amendments? Okay, seeing none, I'm gonna seek unanimous consent to adopt the agenda as amended. Seeing no dissent, that's carried unanimously. Any report from management? Exec, I don't assume there's any. Nothing from HR. Except that we have a new management structure that will be coming out soon. Yeah. New business. I guess we could do that first. Okay. The motion reads, whereas ESSS is looking to hold their annual Flush events from September 19th to 13th, whereas ESSS has hosted Flush weeks of similar scale and magnitude for the past 20 plus years, open to ease the university transition for incoming students, whereas they require financial support. Above what has been approved by the Faculty of Applied Sciences, be resolved to approve X from line item 5000 G towards ESS's Flush event for the week of September 8th, 2024. I move. I need a second.
Internal.
Internal seconds. Okay, floor is open for list and open for list. I'll pass it over to Cindy because I tasked her with coming up with specific numbers based on the way council as decided in similar cases.
Yeah, so I think, as you mentioned for CSSS, it was approved in full. So the ones that we're looking at specifically are SAS and SES, which are kind of similar in size. So for SAS, it was 1,450 was approved over the initial recommendation. There was no specific breakdown for that. For SES, which is a 5-day event, there was an additional 840 approved for catering and an additional 500 for merchandise. So that was on top of the recommendation. For this event specifically, this is not an SFSS approved event. It's done through faculty, so it's kind of working as a sponsorship rather than a grant kind of situation.
Interesting.
So looking at the breakdown, I did notice a change today because I think based on the category, the request would be 6,520. But it says the Frosh ask is minus the merchandise. Maybe you can clarify, which is 4,005.
Yes. So our current VP social is very new to the stuff, and she didn't check that last year when we asked for Frosh, we actually excluded merchandise from our ask. So we just clarified that, and we removed the complete merchandise from our ask. I believe that on our conversation that I had previously, or from what Adam told us as well, like you guys were willing to match $500 of merchandise, but I would personally, as Vice President Administration of the ACCSS, prefer that money will go to food. So I've communicated my concerns. I believe we are seeing an upward trend when it comes to Frosh. And I understand that there's less students this year, but my biggest fear is that we don't have enough food, and we just modify the spreadsheet just to prioritize some food for all the 5 days. And yeah.
And what's the new numbers that they're totally asking for?
4,005.
4,500.
No, for
Oh, 4,005. Okay. I think that's an easy.
Yeah, the only recommendation, because the initial recommendation stays the same, which is 3,972. The only recommendation or thoughts that I have from my end is because it's a faculty-run event, and it's not going or booked through us, we're not really responsible for security. And so your ask was 450 for that, which I would recommend getting from faculty. So
No, we're completely. We also asked that out of our class.
Okay, was that? Okay.
Yeah. That's gonna be covered by fast. Like mention that merchandise.
So minus merch and security,
Yes.
the new ask is 4,00005.
Yeah. Plain food and card games.
Any other concerns? Yeah, I think that's an easy decision. I think we're okay approving that. It's just a little over the amount staff has already approved, so we're fine with that. So I'll just move to amend the number to say 4,005 if everyone is aligned.
4,005 including the 400 now,
Or 400.
is the 405 including the merch number now?
No.
They took out merch and
Merch and
security.
So that's
Correct.
calculated correctly this time for sure.
Correct. So, Simmer, I don't know if you caught that, but basically the new ask is just 4,005, and I think I'm amenable. I would just change that to read that, and I think that's fine.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. I'm just looking at the ask as well. Sorry, there was a lot of shuffling in the back when you guys were talking, so it was a little hard to hear. But yeah, 4,005 seems okay. Yeah.
Okay, so I will move to replace X with 4,005 and 7 cents. I move. I need a seconder. Internal seconds. Anyone opposed? Okay, seeing none, that's carried unanimously. And then I will seek unanimous consent on the motion itself, which now reads: be resolved to approve 5,007.
4,005 point.
Sorry, 4,000.
$5.07.
$5.07 from line item 5,000 G towards ESSS's Frosh event for the week of September 8th, 2024. Anyone opposed? Okay, seeing none, that's carried unanimously. Congratulations.
Thank you guys a lot.
Yeah, of course. You could go now. You don't need to wait because the rest is just other stuff. So
Thank you guys so much.
Of course.
Sorry to bother you and
all good. I think our staff will probably connect with you guys and help you figure the rest out.
Thank you. Have a nice one.
Yeah, you too. I think I will do the two. Sorry.
It's interesting how we were doing SFU and SFSS events. I think that's going to be a problem going forward. We'll figure that out.
What?
Yeah, because
As well as broke that.
but it sounds like it's predominantly a faculty event, and they're using the student union to get money to fund the event.
4 years.
It's going to be a problem.
Right.
See it coming.
Yeah. Anyways, I will do the other two motions, and then we could go in cam to do that, and I think that would be it. Okay. Rishu's amendment reads, whereas our 17 council policies, vice presidents may appoint associate vice presidents to assist in the duties of the respective executive office. Whereas under our 17 of council policies, nominations for the position of associate vice president shall be ratified subject to approval by the executive committee by majority vote. Whereas Shireen Konda has been nominated by Rishu Bhagat to be the associate vice president, University and Academic Affairs for the year 2024-2025. Be resolved that the executive committee appoints Shireen Konda as associate vice president, University and Academic Affairs until April 30th, 2025. I move. I need a seconder.
University.
Internal seconds. Floor is open for list and discussions if there's any. Okay, I don't see any. I will. Okay, I will seek unanimous consent on this. Okay, seeing none, that is carried unanimously. Moving on to the next one, whereas the society produces multiple forms of photo and video content to promote our services and events, whereas we do not currently have equipment to produce this media, we resolve to pass up $3,400 from the communications equipment line item to purchase equipment like camera, mics, and so on. I move. I need a seconder. Internal seconds. Floor is open for discussion and amendment.
Amendment, communication line item 720/17.
Friendly amendment to add line item.
720/17.
There we go. Any other list or discussion on this? Okay, I will seek unanimous consent. If you wish to abstain or dissent, please signify. Seeing none, that's carried unanimously. I believe we will now move in camera. We'll move to go X cam for the remainder of the meeting. I need a seconder. Internal. Anyone opposed to go in X cam? Okay, seeing none. That is carried unanimously. We have one motion that I'll be amending on, which reads, did you share it already?
Yeah.
On the chat, right? Okay, and it's a motion titled Club Exec Removal, which reads, whereas the SFSS executive were informed about conducts about two club executive recently, be resolved to grant club coordinators approval to take necessary action as discussed in camera. Be further resolved for staff and executives to review this decision in 1 year's time. I move. I need a seconder. Internal seconds. Anyone opposed to the amendment? Seeing none, that's carried unanimously. Okay, I'm gonna go to the motion now itself. I move. I need a seconder. Internal seconds. Floor is open for list and discussions. Okay, seeing none, I'm gonna take this to a vote, seeking unanimous consent. If you wish to abstain or dissent, please signify. Seeing none, this is carried unanimously. I think that brings us to adjournment. I move to adjourn the meeting at 3:08 p.m. Anyone opposed? External seconds. Anyone opposed? Seeing none, that is carried unanimously. Thank you, guys. We still need to, please, if you haven't filled out the when to meet, please do so. I need to pick a time for next week for a new executive meeting time. Friday, or I would rather it be Monday or Friday, because
Friday works better.
sure, just fill in the when to meet, so I could figure out people's schedule. But other than that, that is all. There is a event Chitron as today, movie night. If you're around, please show up to that. But other than that, that's all. Thank you, guys, and we'll see you next week.